Yay! Hey, everybody!
Hello.
It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. I'm Yolanda.
And I'm Giada.
Before we forget to introduce ourselves,
Yes.
I'm Yolanda. I'm co-founder of Harper Therapy, and Giada is our master relationship therapist, clinician.
I do what I do with love. And I think that brings in the love.
Well, yeah, and it's what makes you awesome at what you do. But hey, everybody!
Hello.
It's book corner time. We are bibliophiles.
We love our books.
We adore our books. Can I tell the backstory about this
Yes,
book?
please.
Okay. So recently, Shaman and I were at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot tell you the last time I actually been to the mall, but we were waiting for something to happen, and we were just wandering through Barnes and Noble, because how do you go to the mall and not go to the bookstore? So we were wandering through Barnes and Noble, and I see a display of a book that says Book of the Year. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? How in the world do you name a book the Book of the Year? That's a pretty broad statement.
Yeah. What are the points that you need to
right?
add up?
Yes, yes. What are the criteria? So, this was the book. Can you see it? Oh, look at that. So one, the illustration kind of caught me. And I just picked up the book and I started leafing through it. Oh my goodness. It's amazing.
It is. It is great.
It is amazing. So, tell us about the book and how it relates to relationships.
So the book for this book corner, it's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And it's written by Charlie Mackesy. Yes. It has been
Charlie,
chosen.
if you're watching, let us know we mispronounced your name.
I'll use my, I admit I do not know how to pronounce it, but it's Mackesy. And the book is beautiful. First of all, it is hand illustrated and it is handwritten.
So beautiful.
It's not typed. It's as if you were reading this person's journal. And it is all about the relationship between this boy, the fox that comes around, the mole, and the horse, and how these four different and very diverse creatures come together in this deep conversation, which is what we're looking for in relationships.
In our
Deep
relationships.
conversations.
Yeah. Just those opportunities to connect, to see and be seen.
To hear what other people have to share, to be vulnerable and expose our weaknesses in a place of safety and knowing that the person listening is going to accept us whether we can fly or not.
And is willing to share themselves as well.
Yes.
So as we were preparing, we're kind of like, what points do we want to highlight? And I was like, can we just have story time? I'll just read the whole book. Because it's a very easy read. It's like a storybook, right?
Yes, it is beautiful.
So what were some of the highlights?
So one of the things that we have like a board behind the phone, and we could have written the whole book there. But the main things, and this comes from the author himself, he says that this book is meant to encourage us to be kinder to ourselves. So
some self-compassion.
Self-compassion, self-care, self-love. And if that was the idea behind the writing of this book, it came out wonderfully.
It's so beautiful. Actually, as I was standing in the bookstore reading it, I had tears come to my eyes. Yes. I was like,
this is amazing.
He puts into words so beautifully that concept of self-compassion and then being present with other people in a kind, compassionate, loving way.
And that's the basis, that's the foundation of all relationships. Parental relationships, relationships with our children, with our friends, with our co-workers, with our partners, with our ex-partners, co-parents, everybody in general. So one of the things that really popped up was the phrase that the horse uses at some point. Everyone is winging it. This goes very much in tune with the daring way that we work with here at Harper Therapy, where imperfection is part of the perfect way of being human. And everybody is struggling at a certain time, and we all have our demons and our monsters under the bed, and by just putting that in words, everybody is winging it. It just validates the sense of, I struggle, you struggle, my partner struggles. It's okay. And that is just very reaffirming.
We are all doing the best we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing that really popped up for me was the asking for help is not giving up.
Yes. And it's not weakness.
It's not weakness.
Right.
So one of the first things that we work with here is people kind of overcoming that fear of, oh, I'm asking for help. That means we can't do this. No, we can do it. We just sometimes need that extra set of hands to help us through the process.
Yeah, it's what a misnomer our society has given us to think that we can go it alone and that we don't need support. We are social beings. We are creatures who meant for connection and relationship, and that support and encouragement is part of it.
And how the boy helps the mole, how the mole gets over the fear of the fox, how the horse helps them all kind of overcome that fear and be able to ask for help from each other. That I thought was beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a good example of what vulnerability looks like, right? But in order to be able to connect the way that we're looking for connection, that closeness and that intimacy, it's vulnerable.
And it has to be meaningful.
Yeah.
And they really hit it there.
They did.
He talks about perfect is an illusion.
Yes.
I love that one.
For all of us recovering perfectionists, that's a good reminder.
Perfect is an illusion. You can see how calm somebody is on the outside. You just don't know how the cogs are turning inside. And in the book, he has a beautiful illustration of these beautiful swans in the lake. And it's just eye-opening, that conversation that the boy has with the horse, talking about that they look so peaceful and so calm and so majestic, and the realization, but there's a lot of paddling underneath the water. That hit home.
Yeah, totally.
That hit home a lot.
So this is just a beautiful, beautiful to look at, beautiful to read. Again, there it is. And we got a busy season of like graduations and weddings and all kinds of stuff coming up. So this would be great to keep in mind. If you have a bestie that maybe has a birthday coming up, this is a nice just coffee table book to have, just sitting out as a reminder. Nice to tuck away in the bathroom.
I would even say it's a really good bedtime story.
Actually, absolutely. Well, it was one of the first things that I thought of too, with the beautiful illustrations. Great to read with kids as well. So if you are looking for some support with your relationships, whether that be a marriage or a couple relationship, with parents or children,
or teenagers,
what a great gift for teens.
Give
us a call, 813-434-3639. We are here to help you make those deeper connections in your relationships. So I guess we'll sign off now.
Yes, we will.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Check out the book. It is kind of like Winnie the Pooh. It reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. It is kind of like Winnie the Pooh. It's very, very much with that feel. So I guess this is just a next generation of kind of that concept.
Yes. Enjoy the Book Corner's recommendation for this month. And remember, comment below if you have read it. If something really caught your eye, we're more than willing to continue the conversation.
Absolutely. And if you have recommendations for books that you would like covered in our Book Corner, just drop them there.
Let us know.
All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.